Oh, hi there. Euroman of Euroman's Movie Report here. I'm just getting myself a hot cup of cocoa, and I'm gonna talk about today the long-awaited reboot of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles franchise. And being a child of the 80s, I of course remember the cartoon. I of course remember the 1990 movie. I of course remember the 1991 movie and the travesty of the 1993 movie. And for a while I thought to myself, we're not gonna ever see a live action Ninja Turtles movie ever again, but I was wrong. Now we have a Ninja Turtles movie where the Turtles, unlike in the three previous live action films of the early 1990s, they are in this film they are CGI, motion capture, Lord of the Rings style, unlike in the early 1990s where we had some ninja artists who were good at being a ninja, and they were wearing these rubber suits. And I must say, people have had a lot of complaints about the CGI turtles, but in my opinion they look very good. And here's my thoughts about the movie. The story where we have Eric Sachs, the villain, and he's some sort of insert into the movie, and he's played by William Fichtner. William Fichtner is a good actor, and we have seen him in many films and television series, and he was okay. He did a good job as always, but his character, it was unnecessary in my opinion. And I'm not one of these 1980s Ninja Turtle fanboys as some are, but in my opinion he wasn't necessary. They could have had in the movie, they could have had Shredder, the Ninja Turtles, Splinter and April O'Neil, and that would have been it. And I don't understand why. Supposedly we have the Foot Clan in this film, but they are not a ninja clan. No, they are some sort of terrorist group, and that was a bit moronic in my opinion. But anyway, the story begins where we have the intrepid reporter April O'Neil, played by Megan Fox. And one word about Megan Fox acting in this film: it was extremely terrible in my opinion. She looked tired, she looked high or drunk in some scenes, and I don't know what was wrong with her, but she didn't fit into this movie. And this Ninja Turtles movie is of course not directed by, but produced by Michael Bay, and you can easily see that this movie has been under the influence of Michael Bay, because we have all the explosions, the car chases, etc., and even a couple of shots of Megan Fox's ass. And what a fat ass she has, in my opinion. So all the while, is this a bad movie? Oh well, that all depends. As I said, the Ninja Turtles rendering the CGI Ninja Turtles, they look good, and the action sequences, they were somewhat well choreographed, and the fight scenes between the Turtles and Shredder. So Shredder, this Shredder, unlike the 1990s Shredder, looks very menacing. He has this suit, and here's a plot hole in the movie. We are told that we meet this ninja master Shredder, and but we're never told if he really wears the robotified Shredder suit, or if it is a drone. But I guess he's in the suit, but it didn't say exactly so. But the interesting thing is, of course, the introduction of Korai, Rokusaki, as Shredder is called in the comics and the cartoons. He has this adoptive daughter, And for the first time I have seen her in a live action film, it was interesting, and it will be interesting is to see if they of course have greenlit a sequel for this film, no matter how bad it does. So it'll be interesting to see, to really get into knowing her, and how if they had kept her backstory from the movie, or no, not from the movie, from the original cartoons and the comics, but I guess we'll see in the sequel. Yeah, and of course, this has of course been mentioned when the first trailer came out. You guys who have seen the cartoon, you of course know that inside Shredder is in fact an alien, and they are these aliens called the Ultrons. And they look like Krang, and the interesting thing about the 1980s cartoon was of course that Krang was supposed to be an Ultron, but it was never explained. They had rewritten the story, but originally Krang was an Ultron. And if you have seen the 2003 cartoon and have seen in the more adult-friendly Ninja Turtles comics, is in fact that the human Shredder is in fact a robotic carcass, and inside the stomach of this robotic carcass there's an Ultron. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see if they show that in the sequel, or if they go a different route, since they have given the Ninja Turtles a different origin story, but time will tell, I guess. So all in all, is this a good movie? As I said, well, it all depends. If you factor in the bad acting by Megan Fox, the good CGI, and the somewhat good acting by William Fichtner, and the other actors, Whoopi Goldberg. I don't know if I'm gonna call her part in the movie good or bad. It was meh, because in this movie, you guys of course remember that the director chief of Channel 6 is of course in the cartoon a man, but it has been replaced by in this film by Whoopi Goldberg's character, and I don't know if I didn't like that or not, but it was refreshing. But it could, yeah, whatever. But all in all, if I'm going to rate this new Ninja Turtles reboot movie, I'm gonna give it, let's say, 3 out of 5 Coca-Cola bottles, because as I said, the acting, if you discard Megan Fox, was somewhat okay. It had good CGI, but a somewhat story. So that's it, Euroman of Euroman's Movie Reports. Thanks for watching, and if you like this review, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to watch any of my previous reviews, then click in with the link in the description. And if you would like to donate to this show, no one has donated yet, but I'm still hoping. You can click on the PayPal link in the description, and if you donate, of course, I would be able to buy a better camera, some better editing software, and maybe make a small studio where I can do my movie reviews. So that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next movie review. Bye for now.